Welcome to the ESI video that discusses the installation of the VIP7 application. The main difference that we made at ESI with the VIP7 is actually updating the installer itself. So before, when you needed to install VIP, Media Manager, and Video Viewer, you had to have 3 different installation files. Well, now you only need 1. So we took all 3 of those installers and essentially combined them into one, so you only have one installer to look for when you need to install, upgrade, uninstall, etc. these different applications. So a few important notes to go over about that. When you're upgrading from VIP SE or VIP for Outlook, you must remove those versions using add and remove programs. You don't need to get in the registry and do or the program files or anything like that. You just need to go into add remove programs and uninstall the application. Same thing with Media Manager and Video Viewer. If you use those as well, you want to go to add remove programs and uninstall those, because when you start using the ESI installer, it is going to give you the option to install all 3 of those applications, and you want it to give you that option so that going forward the ESI installer will manage all 3 of those. So first thing, go to add remove programs, remove all 3 of those ESI applications, and then once you load or get your hands on the ESI installer, you can then install all 3 new versions of VIP7, Media Manager, and Video Viewer. Alright, so let's go ahead and walk through the installation process. So here I have retrieved the ESI installer executable from the ESI web page. So just click on that and it will open up a pretty typical Windows installer. One other thing that's new in the installer is the SLA, or the Software License Agreement. You'll start seeing this now in nearly all ESI software, or not software, but desktop applications. So here you click I agree or do not agree. If you click do not agree, the installation will stop and you can't proceed any further with the installation of VIP7 Media Manager or Video Viewer. If you click agree, the next button opens up so that you can proceed, and you walk through the various screens. Again, pretty typical stuff, and here you see that the application is starting its installation. Now this is the part where VIP kind of takes over the installer, or I'm sorry, not VIP, but ESI takes over the installer, and you'll see the different options here for VIP7, Video Viewer, and Media Manager. You can check and uncheck any one of these that you want. Okay, now the thing to note is, even though I may be installing Media Manager, that doesn't necessarily mean that in installer function 322 that I've been approved, that my station has been approved to run this program. So the installer is going to allow me to install the program, but when I try to go launch Media Manager, it's going to give me an error that says that I'm not approved. And then at that point, if they are supposed to use Media Manager, they can get with the appropriate person to get them enabled, or they'll learn they don't have it, and then they can uninstall it whenever they want to. Alright, so click on next because I want all 3 applications on my PC. I know that I'm authorized for them. And these various screens that you see here in the body of the installer window, it'll tell you the different kind of files that it's installing or information that it's copying for these. When you upgrade Media Manager and Video Viewer from the older versions, you're not going to lose any of your information. You're not going to lose events in the database or your personal settings or anything like that. But when you upgrade from VIP SE or the Outlook version to VIP7, these are 2 completely different applications, and you will lose your settings. You'll lose your quick contact list, any settings that you had. It's a new application, you just have to start from scratch. Okay, so I'm done with the installation, so I click close here, and over to the side on my PC, I'll drag them over here so you can see it, but I've installed all 3 icons have installed on my desktop, and I'll go ahead and launch VIP7 so you can just see that it did install. and voila, my VIP launched and I'm good to go. So that's it for the installation process. Be sure to tune into our other videos that talk about the VIP7 widgets and various applications and features. Thank you.